Hello loves, I wanted to hop on and share the current energies. I normally put my post out, but there's so much to say. Oh my gosh, you can see my throat is already activating so much as I'm gonna give you guys so much truth and also share some of my soul lessons and what I'm going through right now. And this is gonna be really cathartic for me because I debated on if I was gonna do this, but I thought my lessons right now and what I'm going through is going to help someone out there watching this. So I'm in a pain body flare up right now. I had an injury in June where I wasn't able to use my arm and work out for some time. Actually, I've been able to hike and stuff like that and dance a little, but I have not been able to do yoga for now since June, and that's probably why you guys haven't seen me do any videos because of my injury here. There was just so much inflammation that I'm letting it take some time. But now it's to the point where I'm having trouble even lifting my arm. I have to like do it this high. And this is because I have not been honoring my truth when it comes to my job and where I'm working and how I'm using my energy and putting myself in a toxic environment. Whew, there's a lot coming through, guys. There's a lot that I'm going to share with you and let out today. So every day, besides tuning in and meditating to give you guys a daily message and affirmations, I grab a book out of my bookshelf, just whatever's looking at me, and I open to a page for a daily message. And today, I open to this, and it's so perfect because it's so true. It's like all these revelations and aha moments coming through for me today. This book, by the way, is amazing. Spiritual Growth by Sanaya Roman. Get it, order it on Amazon. All their books are so amazing. I highly recommend it. This is like a manual right now for your awakening process. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I have Palo Santo as my bookmarker for this. You create some illnesses to provide you with the opportunity to release old energies and to move into new levels of self-love. Oof, that is exactly what I did. And since June, I've been learning lessons after lessons with this injury. So I'm in a complete flare-up right now. That's the reason why I didn't type a post today. I actually honored myself and called into work. For those of you that aren't aware of this, my full-time job and how I earn my abundance is as a microbiologist. This job is no longer in alignment with me, and no, it no longer is the toxic environment that I work in. This is huge for us right now. So many of you are having to let go of relationships and jobs that are no longer honoring you, okay? And you can go to battle with yourself and create pain and suffering and have this inner dialogue going, or you can honor yourself and trust what you need to do to shift the energy, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for this new cycle, and I want to let go of all the baggage and the heaviness and the burdens that I don't need to carry anymore. And I invite you to do that as well. We are ending the old cycle, ending the old ways of being, and opening a new door where we can create infinite possibilities and live as our higher selves from a higher place, a higher level of consciousness. And all the lessons, everything that you guys have been going through, everything that you've created in your relationships, in your workplaces, how you're generating your abundance, is being reevaluated right now if it's in alignment with your soul's essence. Okay, so this is the time right now, is to let go and wrap it all up. All right, so think about where you've been the last 7 years. The last 7 years. How many different roles you have played in the last 7 years, what the themes of your emotions have been, the shape of your physical body, the level of consciousness that you've been in. Have you been residing in shame, guilt, judgment? Where are you? Where are you with that? vanity, body issues. I know I've gone through my share of these things, maybe not having high levels of integrity and telling the truth. We all experience different levels of consciousness and emotions so we can transmute them to their higher expressions. We are alchemists. We have the power within us to recognize, release, and transmute it into love and to its highest expression. So all the times that you want to lie, all the times that you want to gossip or do something that is not of love, pause and think, is this how you really want to act? Is this how you want to move going into the next chapter of your life, the next cycle? So that's what we're doing right now. We are stripping away and forgiving ourselves for all the times we have not lived in alignment and all the choices that we've made that were not in alignment with our higher expressions. How we treat one another and how we take care of our energy is so important right now. So important right now. We all need to be responsible for our energy and really start to shift our levels of consciousness, to stop the war of separation. When we actually heal that battle within ourselves, the separation within ourselves, where we're like, oh, I love that part of me, I love that part of me, but I don't like this part of me. No, we have to love all parts of ourselves. And that is reflected in how we treat others. It really is. How you feel inside is reflected in how you're going to treat others. So, I'm debating on how much I'm going to share of my personal and how much I'm not going to, but here we go. So, when you work in a work environment where every day you go in and you feel people's energies, where they've talked negative about everybody in the environment, they've backstabbed everyone, they play people against each other, this is not honoring yourself and this is not honoring others. These kind of environments, we need to think about how we can shift this. And the biggest thing you can do is transmute and hold a lot of light and give light to those people. But there gets a point where it's just no longer in alignment with who you are. You can't change people. People need to change themselves. So if you're in a workspace where you get to work and an hour and a half into it, you feel completely drained, completely aggravated, angry, frustrated, anxious, your body hurts. These are red flags, guys. These are red flags that this is not healthy for you. And you are a powerful being and you can choose to shift your life, and it might not be comfortable, but you can open up new doors to generate abundance. That personally is what I am going through at this time. I have been called for years to stop working at this job, to actually do my essential oils, my sound medicine, my yoga, and all of this to help people, coach them with the ascension process. And I've been doing that on the side. But right now, more than ever, my body is like, no more. You choose to be in alignment. You generate your abundance from this place of alignment. And you gotta let go. And you gotta trust. Because we all have fears and stories and programs around how we generate our money, how we generate our abundance. And this is the time to trust that your gifts are enough to generate the abundance, to provide you with all that you desire. So those of you who are thinking of like, oh, I can't do my job anymore, I can't work here anymore, My body literally can't take another day. Well, that is going to happen to you. This is what's happening to me. I mean, I'm at the point where I have to like go like this to get my arm up today. And that's because I need to be completely honest with myself. My body's hurting because I am dishonoring myself by subjecting myself to energies, people, and an environment that is not in alignment with my higher self. Also, I'm using my hand to create, right? What am I creating? Where am I creating? Most of my day is spent creating something that's not in alignment with my soul. And this is the same thing with relationships. Who you're involved in a relationship with, how you feel. Are you forcing it? How do you feel in that relationship? Evaluate your emotions when you're in that relationship. Are you more fearful? Do you feel not safe? Do you feel angry? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel not appreciated, not loved, not nourished? Ask yourself that. And ask how you can give more of those things to yourself and generate that within without depending on that person to do that for you. But if you find yourself constantly in lower levels of consciousness, and when I mean lower levels of consciousness, I mean in the fear cycle, in the hatred cycle, in the guilt cycle, in the judgment cycle, then you are going to manifest that level of consciousness always around you. So at this time, use creation, use writing, use dancing, use movement, journaling, singing, getting out in nature to shift your levels of consciousness, to help heal that, to help bring you up, to raise your vibration. Because when you are constantly doing something you love, you attract more of that. So we are being called to embody at this time more love, more compassion, more acceptance. So today, I invite you to clear some space and let go. Really think about what's been holding you back and let go. I love you all so much, and I hope this served you. Blessings.